Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the Wafflehouse in Exandria and Beyond.
Hey.
Yeah, here we go again. Woohoo! This is Fomos, who's got a fire alarm going off, so he's being muted. A resume from last time.
Yes. Well, we began the session in the Wizard's Tower, having just defeated the Dimensional Horrors. Moving to the next room, which had a stairway blocked by a wall of force, tried various different ways to communicate with those inside, but to no avail. JC did notice a small gap where some rubble interrupted the wall. He and Az slipped through, and upon hearing a scream from above, ran up the stairs to find yet more horrors and a sphere of darkness that frequently smashes with a new strange AoE spells. While this is going on, Lewin managed to convince the less than willing Rock Dak to allow him to use teleport to get him through that small gap, because he didn't want to mess up his mustache. The efficiency of this action was somewhat dubious, but Lewin, being the charming fellow that he is, manages to talk Dak into it. Luckily for our courageous leader, he isn't instantly destroyed, and the remaining two party members join their companions upstairs. Az and JC, having taken a battering and being somewhat low on resources, Az decides to mass heal the party, returning them to full health. A crazed-looking warlock is revealed from the darkness as the spell drops. Having been seen for the first time, coupled with his dwindling number of allies as he realises the folly of daring to attack the great Wafflehouse, he disappears and flees. Continuing up to the top floor, they encountered more elves. The accidents that ensue are also new, a form of damage, and do a great deal of mental health damage to all those involved. Lewin talks to the leader of the elves, a wizard, and creates a plan to get everyone back to the Enclave along with the magical transportation doodad. They do indeed make it back and once again meet with the Ancient One. They're informed that they now have all they need to carry out the ritual that could bring the return of Mistra. But time is of the essence. Enclave is under attack and it can only hold for so long. The pieces are on the board. A long rest awaits, a ritual that will decide the fate of a god.
Hey, well done.
Well done, Az.
Well read.
You have a long rest. It is troubled. The building, the walls of Enclave shake, shudder. Heavy impacts from outside. Dust falls from the ceiling. And you all awake, coated with a thin layer of dust from the attacks overnight. But you are refreshed and ready for the day. You are summoned back to the divine being. In this space now, you just see the High Inquisitor, the divine being, and the advisor. The divine being looks tired, wrinkled face, ancient beyond years, a thick black tattoo on his face going down into his chest. There is minimal fare on the table, and he looks at you and coughs. And for the first time, you see the ancient, this ancient man looks frail. A cough and a splutter of blood comes up, and he wipes it away with a handkerchief on his sleeve. Wafflehouse, we need to get on with the ritual as soon as we can. Enclave is under siege. The Githyanki, I've never seen them as fierce as this before. They are being driven. What today will bring, I do not know. We will try and hold off this assault, but our defences are starting to weaken. They have spawn of Tiamat here on their side, and we struggle to hold them off. But I fear something else behind that. Our mistress has many enemies, and I think this may be part of their design. But I get maudlin. Please, eat, have food. Sate yourself. And Phomos, you can come in at this point. And you're led down. Your ring feels strangely heavy. Have you secured all that can be saved? Goat? Phomos just nods. Phomos is a creature who doesn't need to sleep, but he looks tired. Then join us to break your fast. I think today will be long. And the advisor, as forever glowing, stands behind the divine being. The Inquisitor is there, attending to the divine being as well. Are you ready, Wafflehouse?
Oh, I think so. Anyone got any exciting plans before we go in? Mr.
One second. Azakar says he can only see one of you.
Sorry, Phomos put, why are there three of me? So I sent back, I can only see one of you. And he said, I will reload.
Alright.
That was that line of...
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. Sorry about that.
Well, we should probably fill everyone in on the plan as it stands now, so that if there's any obvious holes in it, those holes can get poked in now, rather than when we're in the thick of it.
Please proceed, Dak. This is, of course, your brainchild.
Oh, right, 'cause I'll take the blame for this if it doesn't work then. Okay, so as I understand it, Dak's going to be sort of darting backwards and forwards between Azakar and the Divine Being just to sort of make sure he's getting this right. Az is going to be essentially running the ritual and will be almost constantly engaged in that activity. As such, Az hopefully will be able to cast one of the schools of magic that's required during the entire ordeal. Phomos will be able to do the same, which leaves 6 schools remaining. Loosely, the plan is that both myself and Lewin will cast one each of the schools, rest as the required amount, do it again, rest the required amount, and then cast the last 3. So we think this should take about 24 hours in order for all of the schools of magic to get cast. Does that seem acceptable, or is there any obvious problem with that?
You are the leader. What you do seems fit, then I'm sure our mistress will follow you. You are the Wafflehouse.
Okay. Everyone understand what they need to do?
I think this is an excellent plan. What I will ask is, Mr. Divine Being, is there anything we can do to help out the dear Gith here in their defense?
I would hope not, but if needs be, you may have to jump to their defense. Though our shields are weakening. The dragonkind can break through. But I fear there is... I fear and feel there are other forces at play here. Our mistress has many enemies. would not who would not like to see her back.
If you see it fit after my contribution for what I can contribute to this ritual is finished, I'm happy to help shore up defences.
I have been shoring myself for 1,000 years for this. I can take over some of the ritual for a time, but it will challenge me sorely. But I can do so. I am not the man I was once. I do not have the strength of arm like the champion. I do not have the wit and cunning of the cursed. I do not have the intelligence of the half-blood. I do not have the presence of the goat. I do not have, alas, even the devotion of the stone man. And I do not have the wisdom of the leader. But I have what I have, and I will offer what I can. And he wipes his sleeve again on his hand. My key is keeping the defences up, and I am weakened. But
in which case, I guess I would say at this stage, I'd probably say to Brother Nani, like, can you please tell us if you need our support outside of this room? Once some of us have completed our preparations or spells, we can at least help keep things safe while this continues.
If you are ready, we will go to the ritual room, and we will hand the stone man the book of the rites of Kirky, an ancient sorceress, Asimar, related to the gods herself.
Either heard of this name before?
You won't have, but Azakar has.
Okay.
This is a sacred tome that was in the Great Library, and has never been opened. Once it is opened, the ritual has to be completed. Do you have everything you need? Once again, Stone Man, I need to ask you. Do you have that which will quell the chaos?
Yes.
Do you have that from the Chaos Worm that provides order?
That lives here, right? As in the entire Enclave is built upon
And
the Chaos Worm.
and he just nods.
Then yes.
Do you have the lifeblood of the divine being?
We do.
And as you say that, JC, you see him as he does this. He puts his hand to his arm, and you can see there's scarring in the crook of his elbow, where many bloods have been drawn over the millennia.
Yeah.
And do you have the essence of that which was and now is again?
And he nodded towards the advisor last time, right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, I will nod towards the advisor this time.
And the advisor just nods back at you. Well, if you are ready, there is no time like the present. And almost to underscore his words, the whole room shakes, dust and a few rocks fall from the ceiling. There's still the persistent undulating in the background. Are you ready?
I think now's the time.
So you are taken out of this room. You are flanked by the Githzerai. Azakar, you're taken briefly to another room and you are anointed with oils. And you're given a white robe covered in seven-pointed star sigils to adorn, and there's a hood that covers your face. Covers your head and comes over your face slightly. There was a golden rope belt which is tied around your middle. And you are handed a tome, black leather, with brass bindings on it, and there's a seal on this. And you are bidden to carry this.
Certainly will.
This book is heavy. You can easily carry it. And you are walked towards the ritual room. And as you go in there, you are led in. And flanked on both sides, you see the great and the good from the Githzerai. There are the acolytes there, those that could be spared. The divine being is here. Can you see okay? You can see everything you need to see?
Yep.
The divine being stands there with the advisor behind him. The High Inquisitor is there as well. And you see Brother Ahab. This is a large room. There are bookshelves around the outside. In the four corners, you see pedestals with glowing cubes rotating around themselves, giving off arcane sparks. In the middle of the room, on a slightly raised plinth, you see a swirling vortex of arcane energy. Around the outside of this plinth area, you see 8 empty vessels, each a different colour, sitting on top a gold base. And everybody stands there, watching you. And all the Githzerai now start going om. They start sort of rhythmically moving with the om, adding resonance to the defences of Enclave. You had bade enter the vortex, Azakar.
Okay. Enter the vortex. Very well. What could possibly go wrong?
So you do so. And as you go there, your skin prickles slightly. And there's a just flash of the knowledge of the universe, which then just disappears again, which is slightly overwhelming and makes you stagger. And the divine being says, Stone Man, it is time to break the seal. Read the rite of Kirkes.
So breaking the seal.
Yep.
How easy is that?
Well, I told you how you had to do it.
All right. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yep.
So, as a card, certainly can't do that.
So you look at this book in front of you, and it is ornate. The seal is there. You try and open it. The book does not open.
Somewhat sheepishly,
You guys
I
fill
will...
me in why you can't open it, because I don't know if I've missed something.
No, none of us know yet. Dak is giving a side eye to Lewin.
Okay.
I was told how to do this outside of the game, and I wasn't sure whether Azakar was allowed to know this or not.
Yes, he would know this. He would know this. This will be part of general knowledge from those who were tasked to try and find these components to bring back your mistress.
Okay. So I may have to slightly retrospect a little bit, because I didn't know whether Azakar actually knew this or not. I will turn to the Wafflehouse and hold this book out at arm's length, and say this is magically sealed by a spell which may still exist. When it was sealed, it's... Do you still have ways of unlocking through magic? And I'm looking mostly at JC and Lewin for this. Certainly not a spell a cleric would have.
I can stop it if it's being made at the time, but I can't stop it outside of that.
Well, I'm more than happy to dispel magic on this, although I do wonder if that would interfere with this ritual you have planned.
The spell, when we used to cast it, would make a loud cracking sound upon casting that would unlock various items.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that spell. It's a fairly rudimentary one called Knock.
Knock. Would anybody here have something like that?
Well, I don't suppose any of these fine gentlemen here would have a scroll by any chance. Or two.
Most of them don't speak common, so they're just standing there, just omming. And then the whole building shakes, and some of them look slightly startled, and the High Inquisitor basically points them, and they run out of the room.
I can certainly translate that. Is this something that anyone would have had access to if I'd known that Azakar could have let you know in advance?
It's not in my spell list. It's a bard, sorcerer, wizard.
So none of us could have done this.
It's not one I ever picked up in my spellcasting. As I said,
Well, no god today.
Tried.
If anyone has a scroll, I'm more than happy to cast it. Ideally two, at which point we never have to worry about this again.
This is exactly the sort of stumbling block that would happen to us, though, isn't it? So we haven't even got started and we're already stuck.
JC, it's just a book. It can't be that difficult to open.
Just, rip the spine off, open it backwards.
We are certainly not doing that.
Do you want the book open or not?
Even Dak is horrified by that idea.
I want it usable.
DM, by any chance would I have stumbled across something as mundane as a knock scroll?
You haven't had a chance to look for Knock Scroll. No. And you can't go back into your ring now until after you've had another long rest. JC, all it looks like is a simple seal.
Do I have lockpick? I think
And that's how he died.
I can give it a go if you want. I'll try and pick the lock.
Okay.
I won't step out of the vortex, but I'll hold the book out of it in JC's direction.
Okay.
I won't
Actually,
step into the vortex.
if you're going to try and... JC, if you're going to try and lock pick it, believe it or not, my like I can't remember what I've called it now. That ring I've got that gives me different skills. It is currently set to lock picking, so I can tutor you.
Okay, so JC, do you have...
JC's just going to give you the sort of look of, have we never met before? I am a thief. Thank
Yes,
you.
but this is a magical lock, JC. You're used to physical ones.
So, JC, do you have Arcana skill?
No.
No. Okay. So
I have thieves' tools.
You have thieves'
and a
tools.
will to do it.
Okay. So,
I have Arcana,
okay.
if I can help.
So, JC, I'd like you to make a thieves' tools roll, intelligence plus your proficiency. And if Phomos is helping you, then you have advantage.
It's 25.
25.
Yes.
Okay. So you get out a very slim knife. It's almost like a scalpel. And you just gradually peel away what looks like a wax seal. As you do though, it just glows slightly.
Why do I feel I'm going to be cursed twice?
And
Don't worry, look, JC, it's fine.
and the seal falls to the floor, cracks, and the book flops open in Azakar's hands.
JC's going to be literally, you're going to see like really heavy perspiration going down his face, dripping off, like the whole sort of, do I cut the green wire or the red wire sort of thing, waiting for something bad to happen, and the book just flops open.
And it flops open.
Okay, minor setback, everyone. Don't mind that.
That was part of the plan.
Plan.
And the divine being just smiles. The High Inquisitor just looks slightly terrified.
Yeah, as he should.
And the book opens, and your eyes are drawn towards this. And it is in a language which you do not recognise.
Of course it is.
It's like squiggles.
Remember, you've got to colour inside the lines.
Do not approach me with crayons, cat.
But you know, you know from your teachings that a spell like the Identify spell would actually help you read magical tomes.
Okay. I turn back to the Wafflehouse and say there are further magical protections on this. I need to identify what it is to be able to read the text.
Oh, here you go, and Lewin will offer you a small pearl worth 100 gold pieces.
Okay, thank you very much. What do I do with this?
Oh, it's the component for the Identify spell, of course.
Ah,
Oh my
yes.
God. It's a fairly routine spell. In
JC's
fact-
going to turn to Phomos and goes, do you think Boris might have been a descendant?
He's just rubbing his temples at this point.
Unfortunately, that is another one that does not appear in the cleric's repertoire.
But if you don't cast it, you won't be able to read it, though, will you? Only the person that cast it would be able to read it.
Yeah,
surely.
also, you're forgetting you're an Arcana cleric. Don't you get Identify as part of your extended spell list? No, you don't. Just detect magic. Well, that's an oversight by Wizards of the Coast.
So no, I do not have access to that spell.
So
That
I've got
feels
some.
very much like-
I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I can absolutely cast Identify because I always have it ready to go. The bad news is Identify, as far as I'm aware, only I learn the properties.
That's correct.
You have to read over his shoulder really carefully.
What about
Phomos.
doing the message thing?
Phomos, you hear in your mind, I can help you. And it's like Yasha is talking to you. Can you just also make an insight roll for me, please, as well?
Me, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
9.
Yasha's talking to you. I can help you. I will offer you my services as this advances our causes.
I'll gladly accept. What do you need me to do?
And your limited wish is reactivated.
Oh, In which case I will... So we need to identify on this, correct? But it only works on one person, so how would I use this practicality
using
guide?
limited wish, you can actually cast it on him, so he can actually use identify.
Oh, okay. In which case you'll just see this little red spark just fly across the air and sort of square bang in the middle of Azakar's forehead, and now all of a sudden, with a slight glow, he's able to read these texts.
Yep.
An assassination attempt.
Yeah, skimmed his ear.
So you do that, and you can see this flame around him. JC, could you just make it a perception roll for me, please?
An attempt will be made. 21.
Okay. You can see these flames coming out of him as he casts this at Azakar. There's a slight black tinge to the flame, which is odd, which then just instantly disappears. You think, that's odd, but then you think nothing more of it, because this whole situation is odd. So you now have identify up, and the words in front of you unmuddle. And it is the writings of the sorcerer Kirky, based on the ancient Isle of Ithaca, sorceress of Odysseus. And she introduces herself on a earth many dimensions away. She has scribed a ritual which you are drawn to, and you start reading and reciting. The acolytes have all left. The building shakes a little bit. And you recite in a tongue and a voice which is not your own. After about half an hour, Azakar, standing there reading this tome, turns to you, the Wafflehouse, and to the divine being. So, this is where we need the help of our allies. We need the power, the highest level of enchantments that can be forced into us to try and bring back our mistress. She was banished by some of her enemies. The weave was ruined. And this is a voice now which is not yours. You realise that your voice, Azakar, has been taken over by Kirky, the sorceress. A feminine human voice. To bring back our mistress, we need the components of this spell. First, we need the enchantments. Please, offer that which you can. And you all know now that you have to offer a level 9, I need a level 9 spell, please, from each discipline.
Do they need to be in any particular order?
Goat, they do not need to be in any order.
Then we go with the order we discussed.
And you can see now that the advisor is holding up the divine being.
Fomos, do you want to lead out in case you're required elsewhere?
Yeah, I'm just going to question... my spell is quite damaging to the target, so is this going to kill someone or hurt them? While this is... Like, what do I target? I guess I'm looking at Azkar at the moment.
I see that there are like 8 plinths on the outside. Does each one of those correspond to one of the...
Yes, it does.
Magic?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Could you
In which case I would... Yeah, I will target the one that's for necromancy. Oh, not
Okay.
necromancy. Sorry. Not necromancy. Sorry. Enchantment. Sorry. My brain's.
He's
my
going off
brain's
script already.
switched on to-
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I
No.
would have
So you-
panicked there.
So you prepare in your mind a spell, and you get drawn towards one of those which is you think is an enchantment. And can you cast a level 9 enchantment spell for me, please?
Yep. The only thing I can do. Psychic Scream.
And the receptacle lights up and starts to glow. And you feel a weight off you all of a sudden. Do we have another level 9 spell?
Dak, you're up. It's transmutation.
Yep. Yep. So we will find ourselves the right gem for transmutation, and then we'll hit it with some of that.
Okay. What are you hitting it with?
Heat metal, which is transmutation.
Okay. Which colour do you want?
Let's go with green.
Green. Okay. Very good.
Okie dokie. Up next is everyone's favourite wizard, and I'm going to go to this one next to me.
Yep.
Because it's black and obscuring, which is great, because this is going to be an illusion spell. Bam! That is a ninth level major image.
Ooh.
Okay, and it just sucks into the container, which starts to glow. And you can still feel there's a slight resonance in this room now. Okay, and then you realise you don't need to keep concentrating on it.
Okie dokie. That is the first round done for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Azakar, you can do a level 9 spell as well.
I certainly can. I am happy to. I think it's completely up to you, DM. I think the group like the idea of Azakar casting the final one, but if it makes no difference, then I will cast mine now.
Okay.
And I will go for a mass heal
Okay.
to cover evocation.
Okay. So what colour do you want that to be? Orange? Evocation's probably orange.
Let's go
Fine.
for orange
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
I'll do like a nice orange.
Yep. Okay. And you all feel slightly drained as you've done that. And then you feel the voice disappear and realise now, Azakar, you have to keep concentrating on what's going on here.
Yep.
So you're now concentrating.
Yep.
And there is in the background, I've lost me OMS. Where's me OMS gone?
It's Smeg and the heads with Om.
And you hear the OMS in the background. And you realise to keep concentrating, you have to join in with the OMS. Okay. And you know the spell and the ritual is waiting for other level 9 spells.
Right. Me and Loon are going to take a break then.
I need a feather bed stat.
To be fair, if there's nothing else going on currently, is there any reason why Phomos can rest as well? Even if he can't use that level 9 spell for this, he still
Yeah,
can.
you can only have one long rest in a 24-hour period.
Okie dokie.
So you've had a long rest, which is what brought you to this. So you can't have another long rest until this whole day is over.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
You cannot spam long rests.
Plan is broken, guys. We need an alternative. So far, we have got 4 out of 8 done.
We're halfway to failure.
Okay.
We necromancy, divination, conjuration, and abjuration.
And Azakar, you realise it's actually quite hard work concentrating on these spells now. You can do it, but it's going to be difficult, and it's quite hard mind shift to do this.
Is there any way we can convert? No, that's a sorcerer thing. Bugger. Any backup ideas, anyone? Otherwise, we might have to do some plane hopping between me and Dak.
Why don't you and Dak... Yeah, and if there's no other idea, you and Dak plane hop, we'll stay here and help Azkar how we can, and you bring back the other people to cast the other spells.
Before you go, maybe double check with our good gentlemen here if they have any scrolls or anything like that of 9th level. In the library or something like that.
Who are you asking that to?
If Azakar can say that, he will, unless it interrupts his concentration.
It doesn't interrupt his concentration doing that, but it is hard. Well, you can see the sweat sort of starting to bead on your forehead now.
Yep. So I will put that out there while obviously concentrating on the ritual, and I'll ask that of the Githzerai still in the chamber.
We do not. We store the knowledge. We do not partake of the knowledge. That is not what our custom has been. Is not what we were tasked to do. So I cannot tell you. The Grand Library has many ancient texts and tomes, and there may be things in that you wish. But the Grand Library has now been emptied as much as we can. And the whole room shakes slightly.
Dim, can I just double check? I can't go back into my ring. Have I been in it since my long rest? Because it resets
You have.
at my long rest.
You did do, yeah. That's how you managed to do what you needed to do, yeah.
Bugger.
And you hear this the Om chanting in the background, and it suddenly goes quiet. The Om goes quiet. And there's this ominous silence, and it's like creaking. The shields have been broken. Wafflehouse. We need aid, says the divine being. I will take the ritual. Can you aid those? My brothers, my sisters, they're being mown down. Can you aid?
Of course.
The divine being comes across. Says, I will take the concentration. I will take the load as much as I can.
If I can, DM, can I insight check this?
You certainly can.
Is this genuine concern, or is this an opportunity?
Make an insight roll.
Absolutely. I love insight rolls. I'm so good at them. That's a 15.
He seems very genuine and very concerned. Let me take over this. You go with the Wafflehouse to protect Enclave. And I will try and re-establish the shield. And the whole room starts to creak slightly.
Azakar will hand over the book, and wherever we're being pointed to go and help out, we'll go.
Okay, and you feel suddenly a weight off your shoulders. And he now stands. He now stands in the vortex, and Advisor's just right next to him. Advisor doesn't go in though, but he's just standing there to help, and the two Githzerai are just standing there watching. One of them says, Ahab says, I will take you. Quick. We are under assault. Do you go with him?
Okay. Yeah, lead the way.
Is there anything you do before you go?
Wish we'd come up with a better plan, but that's about it.
Okay. So
The 2 hours we spent were for nothing.
I wasn't going to make it easy for you, was I?
8 spells, 5 party members. One brain
One
cell.
can't use magic.
So you follow the corridor. You go through various rather tortuous corridors with narrow choke points, and you get to the point where you climb the stairs into the church area. You go past the room where you had the crate with all those bottles of blood in. That has been moved. And as you were passing it, you were seeing that was being taken into the ritual room itself. You come up into... let's get the thing. You come up into Enclave, and there are flames around everywhere. You are in the church, which is intact, but you can see through the windows the area. The tavern area is on fire. Buildings have been collapsed. You hear screams and shouts and curses. And let's just change it to, you can hear in the background, you can hear the sound of conflict. You can hear a roar and a sound of flame being expelled. And to the west of you, you see a number of Githzerai being attacked by Githyanki with large silvered double-handed swords, and there is a dragon there with a rider on its back. To the south of that, you see 4 elves, one of them who is a wizard, who are aiding the Githzerai. Inside this temple area, you see Githzerai. They are stunned, but there is still this protective sphere around the church area. What do you wish to do?
We need to rescue Ozzy, Tony, Gizar, and Bill.
Yep. And the wizard himself was Sabat Noir.
Yes, Sabat Noir.
And the other side of the Enclave, you see there was a number of Githzerai down. The Githyanki standing over them, and there is a knight here standing there with a 2-handed sword, and he cuts down a Githzerai in front of him, and they just fall on the ground dead. The Fomos, you see through the window, the great library is in flames.
Glad I grabbed. Yep. Not good.
What do you wish to do?
Alright, gang, let's
Can I
split
make a
up.
suggestion? I was about to make a suggestion. Me and JC take the knight and the warriors on the right. You 3 deal with the dragon.
Okay.
Wait, who's dealing with
Either
it?
way, does that dragon look familiar?
Well, you can't really see from where you are, but you can see a large red creature with wings spewing flame.
Have I offended you before?
Do you remember the valiant hero that killed the rider with one single crossbow bolt?
And Ahab says, "Protect the library. Protect the books in the library. Protect our knowledge.
That's an easy job. It's already
The-
destroyed.
The library's over here."
Where is it? Sorry.
Oh,
Right.
we got. Let's just turn. I'm just going to turn off all the lights so you can see what's going on the map. So, the library's over here. The Great Library.
That's on the far right, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do you wish to do, Wafflehouse?
I like Fomus's idea. Let's split up. Yes.
Okay.
Extermination duty.
Go for it.
So that's Lewin, Dak, and JC going left, and Fomus going right.
Okay.
Fomus and JC going right, yeah. And if that's the case, I want to hold an action for either the start of a round for when we do initiative, or basically as soon as we go out and we're getting into the fray.
Yeah. So at the moment you're in a protective bubble around the church.
But why don't we just wait for them to come to us, because we're in a protected bubble. Wait till they sort of get where we can just poke them through the bubble.
Yes, you're forgetting, JC, that this is a battle, and it tends to be easier when the people on your side are alive.
Look, details are details, alright? It's not my fault they chose to be outside the protection.
With me, everyone. I am, of course, a student of war. I do know these things.
Okay. So, what we're not going to do this in initiative order. We're just going to do it going around the clock. Okay. So, Ahab comes up to the library, and he just sprints through the door and comes down to here. Sorry, wrong one. There's Ahab. Yep. Azakar, what do you wish to do? You see Enclave on fire and burning. It sucks you to your soul.
Yeah, not good at all. They've asked us to help protect the library, which sounds like a pretty decent goal to me. It would be... I'll ask Dak if he can help put out these flames, because you have water stuff, don't you, Dak?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it tends to break stuff more than fix it, but I mean, I can do water if you like.
Yes, tomes and water go well together.
Excellent. That's always a good idea. I will... what I'd like to do then is go... 5, 10... that's about as far as I can go. I'd like to come down and join him. I am currently still inside this bubble.
Yep.
And I am going to cast Crown of Stars.
Excellent. Okay. As you do that, you see Sabat Noir. He looks at the dragon and fires a lightning bolt at it. Hits the dragon, which turns and just bellows. Okay, what are you doing?
Who's next? Can I go next?
You can go next, yep.
Is this a window here?
It is, but the door's here.
Okay, well then I'll go through the door. That seems a lot more sensible.
Yep.
And if I can, do I know if I cast a spell inside, would it bounce off?
You think probably it wouldn't go through the spell, through the protective barrier.
That's fine. I'm going to step through the protective barrier if I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well is that your 30 feet? Yeah. That's probably it's probably slightly more than that.
Okay, so if I did that, that's 10, 15, 25, 30. That gets me there.
Okay. Yep.
So what I will do is wasn't prepared for this. I am just going to dodge for the time being until
fair enough.
To the next turn.
Okay, Dak.
Cool. Okay. Let's see about some fires then. So what I'm gonna do is, firstly, I will wild shape to water elemental. Come on.
As you're standing there, you see the Githzerai who are there. They come out of their stunned state and they start using the Om again. And you can almost feel like the external barrier of Enclave is now resealed.
Good. So with that being done, I need the sheet.
You should have it just by double-clicking on your token.
Yeah. My movement speed is 30. Yeah.
And you can. I can say there's enough gaps in the wall. You go straight through the walls.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I will splosh through the wall there then.
Yep.
And then I will cast Tidal Wave at these two up here.
They're your guys. They're the Githzerai.
Oh, so it's the...
These are the Githyanki warriors down here.
Warriors. There
Yep.
we go. Cool.
And that big red one that's about to breathe fire on you is the dragon.
Yep, that's fine. Yep, no worries. I understand fighting. So that being the case, then I will move that tidal wave to behind there. Grab the thing.
You know that if you cast a spell within this space, it's not going to go through it. Not going to go through the protective barrier.
Oh, anti-magic-y dealy. Okay, I will poke myself out there then. I cannot find the thing. Where is it?
Yeah, you can just about get out. Yeah.
Yeah. And then where's the turny thing? There it is. We'll have some of that and get this this group here.
Okay.
Oh, come on, behave.
Okay, so you get one of the Githzerai as well. Okay.
I'm trying not to, but it's
okay. I'll let you, because you're so high level now. I'll let you do that. Okay. You want to take that off?
Nothing, unfortunately.
Okay. So
yeah. So
they have to make saving throws. Yeah.
They do. It's dexterity save.
DC.
My DC is high, 20.
20. Damage.
10. 12. Sorry, numbers. Why is
12.
12.
And it's dexterity. Yep.
It is. Yep.
So 12, 20, 17. So one saves.
One save.
Okay.
It does not get knocked prone, but the others do.
And they take 12 and 6 damage. Yep.
That's correct. Yep. And,
okay, so you can see that these Githyanki were looking injured anyway, as part of the combat. Okay, nice. And I'm going to say that they're all prone, just for the moment.
Cool.
If you can just remember that for me, because it's too much to do otherwise. Okay,
yep, that's fine.
JC.
Cool. This is the only door, isn't it?
That's the only door. You can do a adamant and jump through the window if you want.
Do you know what? Sod it. Superhero landing.
Okay, can you make an athletics roll for me, please?
21.
Oh, Prince Charming, Prince Charming. You jump through the window, and you land on the other side. Very cool. Yep. And there's a fat cat shape in the glass.
Yep. But the shape is a sort of one where he's sort of flexing muscles. Ego is strong.
Yep.
And I will come down towards this. Is this a gap there?
Yeah. Basically, a lot of the brickwork is now collapsed. You look around, you see the buildings are on fire. A lot of the brickwork's collapsed. The picture of the statue of the divine being has been collapsed as well.
Yep, cool. Well, the bonus action, I'm going to sort of hide just behind this remaining structure, and I'm going to hold a action in case any of them get close enough, like they managed to get inside the bubble.
Okay, nice. Fomos.
Yes. So is this a door here, we're saying?
There's a cat-shaped hole.
There's a cat-shaped hole. You can jump through the window because JC's Magon, although it's a lot smaller than you are.
Well, I am quite fat, but, you know.
I mean, I'd like to be able to get out there. Ideally, I want to get outside this bubble.
Okay, so that's the door, and there are windows.
Oh, bugger. I can't go through the cat-shaped hole.
Oh, you can try. You can try and jump through with an athletics roll.
Will that count as my action?
No, but I'll give you advantage because you are a satyr, so you got springy legs.
I will definitely.
And you got horns.
So I will take that. 15.
Okay, well you just pass it. You jump through the window, land on the other side, on the glass.
Awesome. And I would like to come out of the bubble, so that should be the last of my movement.
Yep.
And then just need to check the range on this. It is 90 feet. Oh, they're not going to be happy with doing this, but it's too good opportunity to miss. This group of knights will look very smug of defeating these people. Let's see what happens when those people explode on them. And I'm going to cast detonate corpses on the 3 dead monks.
Can
Nice.
we just check his alignment quickly?
Well,
So
this one's dead as well. There's 4. There's that Githyanki warrior's dead as well.
Oh, in which case, because I think it... How many does it target? How many? Up to 5. Okay, in which case I can hit all 5 corpses, and it's each...
4. There's 4 of them. 4
always-
corpses. Yep.
4 corpses, sorry, yeah. I'll just put it in the chat because, again, I can't remember how we did this. It's 20 feet of any detonated corpse. Does it mean if there's more than 1 corpse they get hit twice, or is it
Each with it.
one-off?
No, that'll just be. It'll be like. You won't add them up. It'll
expanded
be.
AoE,
So
right?
basically, they'll all take. They'll all take 4d10 piercing damage. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
So we need to make a DC 21 save, and that is dexterity, I think. Yes.
Okay. Dexterity DC 21. Yep. So you get your panpipes out, and it does 21 damage. And what is it? It's half damage if they. Dexterity. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Githyanki warrior, 5. 1 Githyanki, who is that one? The third from bottom, 1, 2, 3. One of them passes, everybody else fails. The
In
Githyanki,
which case...
the knight, I'm actually going to say passes for reasons which you don't know. So that was 21 piercing damage, yep.
Oh no, sorry, it always has rolled the damage.
Yeah,
yes,
21
correct, sorry,
piercing
I didn't
damage.
see that on my
So
side.
21.
Yes.
So 20. Okay, nice. He's already dead, so he doesn't count. 21 damage, yeah.
That's correct, yeah.
Oof, that is very cool.
Yeah, it's not very clean. I mean, we're not going to be able to bury these monks now, but their sacrifice will not go unnoticed.
It's what they would have wanted.
Okay.
Exploding.
There we go. Okay, nice. So you're all done. So over this side here, the archers fire on the dragon. The diviner wizard fires another lightning bolt at the dragon. The anarch comes in here and has combat. There's a Githzerai attacking here. These guys come in and attack the dragon. And you see one of the Githyanki warriors go down. On the other side, these guys are very annoyed. The warriors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes to attack you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And the knight, he gets from around his neck, you can see he gets a whistle, and he blows his whistle. Okay, you get attacked by this knight, this warrior attacking you, Phomos.
Yep.
And he has... oops, no, he's not one of those. Let me just get...
Minions!
He's not a minion. We will have minions later today, by the way. We'll have lots of minions, which is great, with bananas. So he is... I think it's 2. I'm sorry, I've just changed that. You get 2 attacks with a natural 20.
That would actually be... That would... How the cloak of displacement would have thankfully not made that a critical.
Okay. So that's a 19 then. 19.
19, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's pulled up the wrong stats for this, which is unfortunate.
I mean, I'll take the 0 damage.
Can't do what the right dice roll says.
Great sword
that is
doing 4 damage. Nice.
that is very annoying. Githyanki warrior. Oh dear, sorry. Bear with me a second. It has 2 great sword attacks. I don't know why it's done what it has done. It's changed it, that's why. Okay, so obviously I thought this was going to be a minion combat. So it does to you 4 slashing and 4 psychic damage.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all it does because I've got the minion rule. Sorry, I mucked this up a little bit. What have I done with my things? Yankee warrior.
I could say, because if it's minions, I thought it's normally 1 point damage kills them, isn't it?
Here we go. It's 2d6. Okay. No, so it's... Okay, no, these aren't minions. Sorry, these ones aren't. So it is...
Reset the damage just for you.
Yeah, so it is 9 piercing and 7 psychic damage.
I liked the damage before.
I'm sure you did. Sorry, they're not minions. And he gets to attack you again with his great sword with an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
And that's the same damage again. 9 and 7.
Okay.
So it's 16 altogether. So 7 of it is psychic, 9 is piercing. Okay, and he stands over you. That's frustrating. And okay, so back to the Wafflehouse. What are the Wafflehouse doing?
Are we sticking with the same order?
Same order. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just as you're talking, I'm just trying to sort this out.
That's absolutely fine. So I wrote down the order, so it'd be Az, then Lewin, Dak, JC, and Phomos.
That's 4. So who's first? Sorry.
That'd be Az.
Az a car first then. Yep.
Okay. If I step out of this bubble, can I see this corner here, down below these warriors that have been now walking up towards Phomos? Basically,
I will say yes, you can, because most of the buildings have collapsed.
Basically, I want to cast Sunburst, but it's a 60-foot radius, so I want to do it kind of in that corner, and it should capture all of them, I think, if I've got my radiuses right.
Sunburst is bloody massive, so yeah, probably.
60-foot radius?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've lost my 60-foot gone off the screen, so it will go like that.
Yep.
So it should just
God.
catch Phomos, unfortunately, but I think I'm just out of it and everyone else is in the bubble.
Yep.
But you can cast it in altitude as well, so that the curve
true.
misses him. Yeah.
Can I attempt to do that to try and keep Phomos out of it, or is that not really possible?
You would be able to keep Phomos out of it.
Wonderful. I'll put it into the chat anyway, so you can see what I'm doing.
So, yep.
So they must make Constitution saving throws, trying to beat a 19.
A 19.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to say the one next to Phomos doesn't. If you want to miss him. So everybody else has to make a group check. And it is 19. Yep.
19.
And what saving throw is it?
Constitution.
And how much damage?
It'll do 12d6 or half.
So roll 12d6 for me. 41 radiant damage. Yep.
Yep, that's actually a really good roll.
And it is what, a dexterity or constitution saving throw? Yep.
Constitution.
So A couple of them pass, some of them fail, some of the dead ones, all the dead ones haven't come off. Okay, so I buried a couple of them now. Okay, so I'm just going to say that they are going to take damage. And how much damage would you say they took?
So it would be 41 for the failures and 20 for the passes radiant.
Okay, well I'm going to say they all fail. Apart from the knight, who takes 20. Yeah?
20, yes.
Okay. Oops. They didn't come off. Regenerate minus. There we go. I'm going to say all of those went down.
Awesome.
Okay. And they just crisped to a bit. The knight wasn't looking your direction. He was looking back towards one of these buildings behind you, which were on fire.
He saw the flashbang coming, did he?
Yeah.
The other way.
Well, he was actually looking the other way as he was blowing his whistle.
Can I Crown of Stars bonus action ping one of my stars at him, please?
Yep, if you can. And that hits him. Does 33 radiant damage. Yep.
Yep.
And it just strikes him in the back of the head. 33 radiant, which is a lot.
My stars has gone.
Okay,
nice. Who's next? Lewin.
I think it's me next.
Yep.
Okay, unhelpfully, Dak is right in my way here, so it's going to be 5, 10, 20, and can I see through Dak as he is a...
You can, but it's going to be obscured.
Well, this isn't an attack spell anyway. Would I know if I cast Fireball through Dak if it would work?
Allow me to make a hole.
He's right in the way.
No, you can't cast it through people, no.
Fine, then I am just going to say move!
Stick your hand through it.
And I'm going to hold my action for a Fireball. And the minute Dak moves out of my way so I can cast it, I'm going to cast the Fireball.
Okay, nice. Dak.
Okay, I'm being yelled at, so I'm going to go this way.
Yep.
And then, I'm within range. I am going to blight the Dragon Rider.
Excellent. Okay.
So
What does he have to do?
Do that. It's a Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw. Constitution 18.
Failed. That's 37 necrotic damage.
37. Yep. Doesn't like that very much.
Oh, plus 2. So 39.
So he nudges the dragon to points towards you.
That's cool.
Okay.
As Dak moves, there is suddenly a...
Yep.
As I'm going to cast a Fireball behind the front line, so I think I can get all of the Githyanki without hitting any of the Giths.
You can. You're high enough level to do that. So how much damage do you do?
It's just a regular 3rd level, so that's going to be 32 points of fire damage.
32 DC.
DC is 21.
20.
20.
Sorry. 20. Damage is 32. And it's a dex jet.
Yes, please.
18, 11, 17.
They all fail.
So how much take?
So they all take 32.
And they all get incinerated and go down. Okay, nice.
It's not my go, but I am going to bark orders in Elvish to get to cover for God's sake.
Okay, and let's just get rid of those. And it is now. I'm going to say it's now the dragon's go. So the dragon is going to come down here, despite the fact that the rider's trying to get him to attack Dak, and he just does a one of these, one of these, one of these, one of those, and
try to warn them.
Bosh. basically, I will do... I'm going to say the ones at the top are too close. He... And then lots of them go down. In fact, he goes down completely. And he goes down completely. Okay. And the dragon then attacks the Anarch, who takes some more damage. The ones, the monks behind them are ineffectual against it. On this side here, sorry, we'll carry on now, going round. We'll go to JC and Fomos now, please.
JC, would you mind if I went first, or?
Go for it.
So I'm going to get hit by doing this, but I want to run back to where JC is, so I'll
Okay.
take the attack of opportunity.
Yep. Okay, so he attacks you with a greatsword, with a 10 to hit.
That misses. For the first time, I missed an attack.
He misses. Okay, and he just swipes at the air.
I dip, dive and dodge and vault back over this wall, and I just say to JC, go get slashing, and I'm going to tap his weapon, and I'm going to give him Soul Eater.
Ooh.
How is this?
Well, there's not... Well, I was going to give you something to stop them all viciously killing you, but now this seems more appropriate. Go kill them. Go kill the other two. Go on.
2 extra 2d8 necrotic.
And your weapon now glows with like a black light. It's basically, essentially, it's radiant weapon that Lily used to have, but the opposite. It's necromancy or whatever. So
You hear the Yasha in your mind. Fomos, I can make this stronger than this if you wish.
please do.
Okay, so it now does 3d8 necrotic damage.
Oh.
Can you make it permanent?
It doesn't work like that.
Oh,
I'll just tap him on the shoulder and say, an hour in this situation is permanent.
cool.
Okay.
Right, well, I suppose I better go do some slashing. I'm going after the knight, because
Yep.
I don't like him.
Okay.
So, obviously, it's going to be my full movement plus a bonus of a dash.
Yep.
I think full movement gets me to there, the dash gets me to there.
Yep.
Full charge, full pelt, straight at his face.
Yep. Go for it.
Behind me. 26.
Whack.
27 actually, because you get the
Plus one.
from...
Okay, 27.
No, it's a magic weapon anyway.
Yeah.
It's a magic weapon,
okay.
so it doesn't get the extra for that. So you do 8 plus 9, do 17 damage. Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Was he still looking away?
As you come screaming towards him, he does turn round to see you,
Yeah, that'll do that. Yeah.
Have sneak. Oh.
and as he does, he unsheathes a two-handed sword which he has in his hands now.
Yep. Fun me.
Okay. This one here is comes here, strikes the shield, realizes he can't get through. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to there and has one attack against you only, because he's used one against the shield, which didn't do anything, which is a great sword attack. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
It's 5 slashing and 4 psychic damage.
Cool.
You can uncanny dodge that if you want.
I'm more worried about the bigger sword. Coming from the knight.
And the big knight, who has 2 his silver great sword, 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's-
So I will uncanny that.
There's 13 slashing and 11 psychic damage.
Yeah, so 24, so 12 then.
And the next one is a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. There is a screech from the fire behind you. Behind him. Oops.
I was about to say, is it a good screech or a bad screech?
And out of the fire, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see red fire lizard fly out of the flames and just attack you straight on.
Yeah.
And he has a claw attack against you. 25 to hit.
Yeah.
That's 12 slashing. 18 to hit.
Yeah, meets beats.
13 slashing, and he goes to bite you. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
It's 21 piercing and 5 fire damage.
We can calculate it out.
Okay, that's him done. Okay, back to t'other side. The diviner wizard. He uncorks a bottle, starts to swing it. He goes, "God damn, it doesn't work!" And then just fires a cold ray at the dragon. The dragon swings its tail, and basically these two Githzerai are just one of them is wiped out with the legendary action. The archers take a shot. They do a little bit of damage to it. Gets another tail attack, and he wipes out the other Githzerai monk. This guy comes to an attack, and he looks very injured. It does a little bit of damage on the dragon, but not very much. That is them done. He comes up here, and he's now supporting you, Lewin. Dak. In fact, no, he's going to support Azakar, beg your pardon. Dak.
It's Lewin, I believe, first out of us.
Okay, Lewin, sorry. Well, you can go whichever order you want between yourselves.
Yeah, it just makes it easier if we try and keep it somewhat consistent.
Okie dokie. What I am going to do then is I'm going to try and help out my erstwhile allies. So I'm going to hop forward, hugging next to the wall.
Yep.
And I can see that only poor Sabat is alive, and one of the guards, but I can't tell on hood. I'm going to get him out of line of fire for the time being. So I am going to use. Where is it? Where's my beam? There it is. I haven't played in 2 weeks. I've lost everything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shout out to him saying I'm moving you to cover.
Okay.
And if he accepts it, I'm just gonna pop him behind me next to the.
Which one? This one, the Anarch, or the Enlightened?
Yeah. I'm going to help the Anarch out.
Okay. So he comes behind you.
Because he looks as though he's really rough, and I'm going to shout at the other one to get back, because it could do fire again.
Okay, so he is going to run back into here. Okay, doing anything else?
I'm just going to press my back against the wall to try and get cover.
Okay, that wall. This is just wooden sort of trellis fence. It's most of it's been collapsed, it's on fire. It's really not a lot of cover at all.
Fine. I'm still going to try and crouch down to get as much cover as I can from it.
Yep. What's your?
Yes. So I'm going to. I think I'm going to call lightning. I'm going to put it directly above me. It's say 100 feet.
Yep.
And then I'm going to call it down on top of the rider and the dragon.
Can you make a perception roll for me, please?
Sure. 19.
Not quite. Okay. Yep. No, that's fine. So you call this lightning, and so the clouds move around you. You get an extra damage on this, by the way, because of the storms of limbo. Okay.
Oh. So yeah, I'm going to call it down on the rider and the dragon.
Yep.
So if they can both do dexterity saves for me, please.
Saving throws. Dexterity versus DC 20.
20.
Damage 17. Yep. 19.
Plus another 10.
19. There we go.
Plus
Dexterity, yep.
5, so 24 damage altogether.
So, dexterity saving throw, yep.
They are dexterity saves, yeah.
Yep. So, adult dragon gets 16, the knight gets 16.
Both fail.
Both fail. So they take how much damage?
7, just that, is 24. 24 damage.
24 damage, okay. The dragon really doesn't like that very much. And the Yankee Knight. Here we go. Doesn't have resistance to that, no. Okay. How much damage is that, sorry?
24.
24. Nice. Very nice. You had the extra damage on that, did you? The extra D10.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
the extra 10 was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
And he's wearing metal armor, and it just fizzles, and they both turn to you now, and you have the dragon's undivided attention. You do anything else?
well, pissed myself, but I'm made of water, so we'll just crack on.
You bubble slightly.
Okay.
You turn slightly yellower.
Slightly yellow.
Azakar.
Yes. I would like to ping one of my Crown of Stars at this horrible knight with the big sword.
Go.
If that's okay.
Yep.
Charge. 2 natural ones.
Misses it.
My natural one.
Yep. Okay, so it just flies over, and you've got tears in your eyes from the soot and the smoke, but also from the death of your space. And Brother Ahab was with you. He says, "I will protect you, Stone Man."
Excellent. Well, as that failed, that was a bonus action, so I'm going to guiding bolt him, if that's okay.
Yep.
Guiding bolt. Where are you? There you are. Chwa.
Okay, well that whacks him, and that does 13 damage. Yep.
13 radiant damage.
Yep.
And the next attack against him will have advantage.
Okay, nice. Okay, Phomos.
Yes, I am going to come down to here, so just outside the barrier, but with a little bit of rubble and protection.
Yep.
And I will, I will get my Crown of Stars out as well. That seems like a good idea.
Yep.
And I'll use the bonus action to ping one of those at the dragon.
Okay, nice.
Where has that gone? There we go. So that should be 30 to hit.
30 to hit. That hits the dragon. Does 18 radiant damage. Yep.
A nice crisp 18. Yeah.
Nice. He just screeches and squeals. It looks angry. Somebody dares to attack it. And then we go to JC.
Yep. I'm going to poke the Githyanki Knight again
Yep.
with a natural 20.
Wonderful. Okay, so
Roger's
you
three
had advantage on that, so you would, because of the thing, so you had sneak attack as well.
Oh, let's crack out the calculator.
And that extra 3d8, you'll add another 24 on top of that as well. So you've got 34, 45, 55, 59, 63, 113, 126, 130, 150 damage.
Yep.
You are already dead.
Strangely,
I
that.
wish I'd done that to the fucking dragon now.
Yes.
Strangely, he collapses as you poke him, and you can see this black tendrils sort of suck the moisture out of him, and all his features just collapse in on himself. The dragon screams at you. You doing anything else?
Yes,
I would give
I
a fuck
can't
about
stay
Jason.
here. Do you know what? I can't stay here, so I'm going to poke my tongue out at the dragon. Bonus action disengage from the dragon because he can hit me hard in the bloody boy behind.
Well, actually, he's gonna hit you anyway with his legendary actions. Okay. So I'm going to say he's going to do that. I'll say I'll do that just after. I should have done it before, but I didn't because I forgot because I'm a bit stupid. because there's too much going on.
Well, basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run back towards Phomos, but I'm going to bonus disengage from the dragon.
Okay, so he is going to go for a wing attack against you.
Yep.
Wing attack. Why is that not working? Okay, let's try that. So a wing attack is the character sheets have changed with the new D&D rules. Okay, so he can't do that. Oh, something's broken here. So he'll make a tail attack against you then. Okay, with a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
That's 12 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool, fine.
Yep.
Thanks.
But you got to take it to give it. You know, if I can give 150,
Yep.
I've got to take it
Yep.
as well.
I believe they call that the cost of doing business.
Yes.
To pay your dues.
Yeah. If possible, what I will try to... With doing that, just to be the other side of the bush, be too far to go. If I was starting there.
Oh, how far is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's you have to take extra movement to get there.
Okay, fine. I don't think it's going to hide behind the bush, but that's fine.
You can get to there. So 5, 10,
I'll
5, 10, 15, 20. Sorry, yes, 25, 30. There you go. There you go. You get to there. Okay, nice. You done?
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm looking a bit bloodied now, so keep it in mind, everyone.
Okay, so there you go. The Githyanki warrior is just going to hold back. And the dragon goes to here. And he lets out a stream of flame.
Did the elves follow my advice? Oh, wrong dragon.
Bosh. So all of you...
Am I protected by any of the rubber in front of me? Rubber in front of me?
well, you all have to make, for me please, dexterity saving throws.
Oh dear. That's actually pretty good for me. Won't be
So
good enough.
JC passes. JC, you dodge underneath the fire breath and it doesn't damage you at all.
How close to the ground is the dragon?
Here, you just duck underneath it and it misses you completely. Phomos,
in the picture, it's got the horn. Sort of comes over the horn.
Phomos, you fail. Azakar fails. Brother Ahab fails. So those who fail take 63 fire damage.
Jesus.
31 on a success. JC just dodges it all.
Do I get any protection from a cover in front of me?
No.
No, that's fine.
No, it's not enough. Actually, no. Know what? The answer. Don't forget, you have fire resistance. Actually, you can get +2 for that, which does mean you do pass your saving throw. So your damage is 31, 15.
15.
Yeah, I was going to say, do a Jon Snow from ending of Game of Thrones battle with the...
Oh, don't remind me.
So Azakar, you take 63 damage, and Brother Ahab took 63 damage. Okay. This Githyanki warrior will now do... No, he dodged out the way as the fire did its work. Back to the other side. The Diviner Wizard fires at the dragon. And I'm just going to say he managed to chip away some of the protection. The Githrai Enlightened is now hiding. The one behind you, the Anarch, says, "Okay, I will leave this to you." He says in Pigeon Common. He fires his bow and he will do a little bit of damage to this. What this dragon does now, with the rider on his back, Could both for me, please, Dak, Lewin, make wisdom saving throws. As a dragon rears up on his back legs and frightening present. Lewin, fail. You are frightened of the dragon. Dak, you have not a problem.
I am going to use my reaction to give myself +4 to that. So that gives me a 20 total.
20. Okay, you can do so. And then it comes down on his legs and it just runs towards you, Lewin.
Uh-oh.
And the Githyanki knight on his back attacks you with his lance, with a always attacks with advantage because he's harder than you. 28 to hit.
Yeah, 28 definitely hits.
That's 26 piercing damage.
Yeah, okay.
And
I'm not concentrating on anything. Why am I making con saves?
I don't know. Probably because of the last thing we did. Let me just... Okay. I don't know. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And then the dragon attacks you with a bite and 2 claw attacks. So the bite is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, definitely hits.
It's 20 piercing and 6 fire damage.
Okay.
The claws are 29 to hit, which is 18 slashing damage, and 24 to hit, which is 17 slashing damage.
That all hits. He's taken half my hit points.
Okay. And the other guys didn't get hit by the frightful presence because they've already suffered that already. So that's them done. Lewin.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be here, so I'm going to disengage.
Yep.
I'm going to run through the space of this other guy, just squeezing past him.
Okay, double movement to do that. Yep.
So that's 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to go back inside of the sphere.
Yep. Yep.
Hold on, I'm going to go 30 feet. I'll give the Anak the chance to get in.
Run away.
Okay.
And that's my go.
And Dak.
Cool. Right, well, I'm going to call lightning down again on the rider and the dragon. So
Yep.
Do dexterity saves for me again.
Yep.
Oh man, what a poor roll.
20. That was a terrible roll, wasn't it? Oh, have my APIs crashed? Yeah, they've crashed. Okay, so I'll just do it on their own. So the dragon gets a saving throw versus what? Versus dexterity.
20.
23.
Okay, so he passes.
And the knight gets a saving throw of 3.
Cool, so the knight takes 16, dragon takes
Yep.
8.
Yep, and the dragon takes 8 damage, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, he does not like that very much. Lashes out with his tail, and this anarch goes down.
Oh!
Well, we tried. Dak's just going to move around the bubble slightly.
What do
Okay,
you mean we tried? Lewin buggered off. He's hiding.
It'd be like that scene from Superman, you know, when what's his name looks back at him, just puts the hand up as he gets killed.
okay, Azekar.
Okay.
Ahab says, I'm going back into the protection of the dome. He looks
you're
very
joining
injured and
powers,
he's
you wizard.
singed.
Okay. I am going to Crown of Stars at this red dragon.
Yep,
Quacha! There's a 15 to hit.
misses.
Well, that's annoying. And then I am going to Guiding Bolt him again.
Go for it. That hit, you hit him with the guiding bolt, does 16 damage.
Excellent.
Yep. That was 16 damage. Let me just do some quick maths. He is not happy with that, so he is going to make a whips his tail around aggressively, which you can't do on this. Tail attack against JC next to him, which is 30 to hit.
Yeah,
That's 16 bludgeoning damage.
Uncanny dodge that as best I can.
You can do that. Have you done an uncanny dodge yet? Your turn.
Not here.
Okay. No. Okay. So you can you take half damage. And you get 8 damage.
Cool.
Okay.
Now he has been guiding bolted. The next attack will have advantage.
That's correct. Yep.
Look to JC and go, kill him.
Strike him down with your weapon.
Right.
That's my turn.
Well
I'm
done,
hiding
JC.
back in the bubble.
Kill him now.
Okay.
Can I hide back in the bubble?
Okay. Fomos.
Yep. Okay.
Next
So
attack gets advantage.
I'm obviously going to start blasting, but before I do that, I'll whip out one of my crowns, one of my stars, and I'll fire that at the. I think the warrior's in range. Yeah.
Yep.
If I can hit the warrior.
Yep.
So that's an 18 to hit.
That does hit it.
That's 15
damage.
to the noggin.
So he was actually going towards the dead knight. That's what he's doing. Okay.
Take him down.
Okay. Did that? I'm assuming it's just hurt him. That hasn't killed him.
It hasn't. That's just hurt him. Yep.
Well, in which case he's going to get 4 9-volt batteries up the backside. So
Go
I'm
for
going
it.
to start Eldritch blasting.
Damn, 4. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hit. Yeah, it's hit. Yep. 10 damage. Yep.
Oh,
1,
sorry, it's just froze on me. 1, 2,
2.
3, 4.
So it's 9. You've got the added additions on this as well. Yes, you have. So you've got
Yes.
8, 9, 9, and 10. So it's 19, 29, 37 damage. Yep. Okay, and you just
Yes.
cut him down as he's heading towards the knight to take his sword and take over being the knight here. The dragon is now on his own and he's looking angry. He is going to make another tail attack. He's going to whip that round. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't quite hit
Can
you.
I just say after I'd done those spells, I would have stepped 5. I might as well take advantage of the dome while I can.
Yep. Okay. So he's now whips his tail around and he attacks JC again with a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
It's 14 bludgeoning damage. And now it is JC's go.
Cool. Well, as he spins puts his head back above me, I'm going to ram kindness straight up, hopefully into his chin.
Yep. Go for it.
For 28 to hit.
You get 9 piercing, 43 sneaks, 52 damage, and you get the necrotic sword damage as well.
Oh yes. Let's do that.
3d8.
7.
Yeah.
Was it 3D or was it 4d8? What was it?
I think you said it was.
you got-
it's normally 2. I think.
You got an extra one. You got an extra one, yeah, from your patron. Yep.
Yeah, so with that done, I will then bonus action disengage.
So how much
I'm
you did? You did 59 damage against a dragon, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And then bonus disengage and then run back and hide behind the bubble inside the bubble.
Okay.
I'll fight the dragons then.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just spit blood as he walks in through the bubble.
So the dragons go now, and he just takes to the air, and he just breathes flame onto the actual barrier itself, and you can see the barrier glow as he does this. But it's doesn't go through. It would have incinerated you, but it doesn't. I have some FX. Where's my FX things? Cone, breath weapon, fire. How about like that? Okay. So it does that, but it just bounces off the barrier. But you see the barrier glows slightly, and you can see some strain and some of the monks within it. Okay, back to the other side. This one here jumps up and he runs at here and he jumps at the knight. It's the knight that's on the back of the dragon, and he makes a couple of attacks. 10. He misses with that. That's a shame. Temporal strike. That's quite cool, but he misses with that. And the dragon just picks him up and just worries him with his teeth, and he's dropped dead on the floor as well. Okay. The diviner wizard, he fires at the knight. The knight is toppled off the back of the dragon. The guard fires at the dragon itself. And you can see the dragon's now starting to look a little injured. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's them done. Lewin, and then Dak, and then the dragon.
Okay. I can now cast spells again because I didn't last time. So I am going to step out 10 feet.
Yep.
And I am going to attempt to mess with this dragon's mind. As
Yep.
I know a thing or two about it. So can he make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Saving throw. Intelligence 17.
He fails, so he takes 25 points of psychic damage and is incapacitated.
He
for the next
passes.
round.
He uses electricity resistance and he just shakes it off. And he looks at you, his eyes are glowing.
No problem. So he takes, what's half of 25? He takes 12 points of damage, of psychic damage.
Okay. And his mouth opens, you can see it. You can see it's like a molten lava lake in his mouth. And you see, and he's taking a breath in now. Okay.
I'm going to taunt him in Sylvan and say, I've breathed hotter fire than you overgrown gecko. And then Lewin's going to taunt him by blowing in a raspberry inside of the barrier.
Okay, nice. 1, 2, 3. Okay. He is going to try and hit you with his tail, but it's just out of range. Okay, nice. Okay, Dak.
Yeah, I'll carry on hitting the dragon and the rider with cool lightning, I guess.
The rider is down.
Yes. So yes, the dragon then. Dexterity save for me if you could, please.
Yep. Saving throw.
That's about wrong.
24.
So it takes half, so that is 12.
12 damage.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
Good stuff. And I'm going to carry on making my way around this way.
Okay. Nice. Dragons go. He now flies towards you. Comes down here. He's now in the air. And he just breathes fire onto you. And onto the dome itself. Could you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I can certainly try. 14.
So you take 63 fire damage.
Cool.
And the dome is also affected by the fire as well.
7.
Okay. Azakar.
Okie dokie. How high up in the air is this dragon currently?
Which one?
The one that I've been attacking down the bottom right here.
He is 60 feet up at the moment.
60 feet up.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So. Okay, cool. So Crown of Stars should be able to reach him from here. So I'll ping a Crown of Stars at him.
Yep.
Patois.
Okay. What's the range of Crown of Stars?
120.
Okay. That should be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, you're within range. Is that so? You hit him. You do 15 radiant damage. He's not very happy with that.
Good. I like making him unhappy.
Yep.
A guiding bolt seems to be doing a decent job, so I'll chuck one of those at him.
Go for it.
That's 120 as well, I believe.
23, and that hits him as well. It does 19 radiant damage, and he starts to glow with the light of Mistra.
Excellent.
There we go.
Back in the bubble, and the
Back in
next
the bubble.
attack will have advantage on him.
Okay, nice. It is now Fomos, and then JC.
That next attack advantage, is that specific to you, or is that just in general?
The first attack.
Any next attack against him.
Okay, in which case, yeah, I'm going to throw my crown of stars out first at him. So that's 22 for 28 damage. Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
That is a good one.
And then I will blast away.
That's
So
got it. So first one, guiding bolt. So the first Eldritch Blast is advantage. That's 24. So it's 8 damage. Second one misses. Third one hits. The fourth one hits. So that is 16, 23, missed, and 8. 31 damage. Yep.
and then I'll just hop back inside the bubble.
Yep. Okay, nice. JC.
Cool. I am going to come around, step just outside the bubble,
Yep.
and I'm going to use the weapon. And I am going to do a light crossbow at him for a 24.
That hits him.
Cool. That's 10 piercing.
10 piercing damage.
And then I will retreat back in.
Okay, very nice. Okay, his go now. He breathes on the bubble, but it doesn't do anything, and then he realises he's not getting anywhere, and he flies up and away. And so he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 45. So he's 100 feet up now, and he is leaving because he knows he can't do anything now. Back on the other side, the Diviner Wizard has a go at the dragon and glances him with a magic missile. He fires a magic missile and hits him. The archer has a go and misses. Lewin. By the way,
okay.
this dragon now is about 90 feet in the air.
90 feet.
Yep.
So if I go diagonally, what is that?
So that's like so basically that would be 120 feet, 120 up, 120 feet away. Yeah.
120 feet. Good to know. I would use that, but there's no baddies anywhere near him. That's fine. What I am going to do then is I am just going to unfurl my robes, and I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Yep. Go for it. And 5 dandelions come out and just shoot towards him like heat-seeking missiles, doing how much damage? 1, 2, 4.
That's 8, 12, 16 points of force damage.
And some of the scales come off, and he just looks very angry. You doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to taunt him.
Okay.
Saying what a terrible dragon he is.
Yep.
Come on, say it to my face.
Yep.
And I'm going to stand inside the bubble.
Yep. Dak, what are you doing?
He's 90 feet, we said, yeah, so he's
Yep.
just below the cool lightning, so I'll
Yep.
do it again.
Go for it.
So another dexterity save, if you could, please. Oh, that's a good roll.
Dexterity saving throw. 23.
Oh, so he takes half, so 15 damage this
15, and he's starting to look quite injured. Okay. Are you done? Or are you just going to stand there?
Yeah, because I don't know what happens with the cool lightning if I go into the bubble, so I'll stay put.
Okay. He is going to skedaddle. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
Oh, damn it, Sabat! We're supposed to run away.
Nah, this one we're going to have to kill, I think.
55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Okay, and these guys just got incinerated. Black Sabbath are no more.
Oh.
It's just very dead foes. Okay, and the rest of you now see that the dragons are escaping.
Just out of interest, the one that was run away from me and JC.
Yep.
If I'm going to have time to do it because the difference, I can actually still damage them from this range because I've got 240 range.
Okay.
Can I?
I'm going to give you disadvantage in the roll because there's a lot of smoke and things in the air.
That's fine. I just want to punish him for being a coward.
Okay. Go for it. Yep. I'll let you do that.
So I'll ping out my crown of stars first. Him.
Yep.
So that's a 27.
Okay. Well, that hits it.
To hit.
Yep.
So that'll 23 on the zinger, and then I'm going to send down lightning bolts at it as well.
Okay. So disadvantage on this.
Yes.
So you got Eldritch Blast. So the first one is a 15. Second one is a 26, which does 8 damage. The third one is a 22, which does 12 damage, and the fourth one is a 15, which misses. So you got 20 damage. Yep. And it takes a jolt, but he's still. You can see him now going to dive underneath Enclave.
Yeah, he won't be remembered that anytime soon.
Okay. And do Azakar or JC do anything?
No.
No.
Not against the dragon.
JC?
My wounds.
You lick your wounds. Okay, so this he then goes into a dive and he goes underneath the Enclave, and you can see him disappear. The other dragon moves out of combat range as well, and leaves the smouldering hulk, and the whole of Enclave is now ablaze. And whilst you think about that, I am just going to go and have a wee. Get myself a beer.
Alright, good work everyone. We managed to take down a lot of bad, horrible foes to scare off some dragons.
You know, you would have
really
thought
wish I
shouting at
picked
them
dragon.
to leave would have been taken seriously, but no, they had to be brave and all horribly die.
You tried.
I really wish I picked the dragon on that roll.
That was a cracking roll.
Yeah.
It was a really, really good roll. I'm noticing a little token that's going up in number every time I get given aid. It's slightly concerning me.
Yeah, owing God's favours is never a good idea.
I'm thinking more short term of I hope these aren't levels of exhaustion after the ceremony. I might just drop dead. Yeah, well played, guys.
It was a bit of a shame really, because JC could have had sneak attack on that last one. The original order was JC before Phomos, but at some point Mike switched them.
Yeah.
Which means you
I
ate
did
up the
it for one of
advantage.
I asked to do it on one. Yeah, I asked to do it on one term so I could get the Soul Eater on JC's sword.
Thing is,
see, yeah, sure.
Thing is, my plan was to actually come over and flank the guy attacking you, and like almost one-shot him, hopefully with bloody sneak attack, and you moved.
So I'm guessing Azakar probably has to run back down below to make sure the Ancient One hasn't keeled over from all that stress.
Yeah.
It might be worth people up here searching bodies just in case. It's very unlikely.
Well, we got
but
told
just
to
in
go
case
to the
you've come across-
library, right?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
to the
I'm
library,
gonna
try
go
and put
and
some
tramp at the
fires
library
out and things like that.
Yeah.
You might find some scrolls with their search around or something like that, perhaps.
Does anyone have any form of healing they might be able to do? Because, you know, I've lost well over 100 hit points of health just doing that.
I have one thing I can give you, and that's a potion of greater healing.
If you come over to me, I'll sort you out.
I'll do it when Mike gets back, but yeah,
I'll move into the dome.
Into the doom.
Into the dome.
That was a good TV series that I never finished.
The dome?
Yeah, Under the Dome.
I don't know.
I keep meaning
I got to the point where the egg started doing something and then never got to finish it.
Change of mind is a glass of Glenfiddich.
Nice.
Okay. So the Enclave is on fire. The library is blazing. You see.
Jason's going to work his way around to Dak quickly.
Yep.
You can have an eel if it works.
Have an
so
eel?
have an eel. So that's 70 hit points for you.
Thank
And
you.
then Dak's going to try and put
stop.
the library out.
Doesn't work.
Oh, of course, yeah, we're in the bubble.
Well, would we have done that before you did it?
Well, you know, I've done it now, so, you know.
So I'd say we quickly step out. 'Cause
You
I
think
really
probably
need
it would work in the bubble, but it doesn't.
Well, I've successfully healed JC.
Or at least you think you have, yeah.
At least I think I have.
JC's still coughing blood.
Alright, well, just follow me like a stray to the library then while I go put the fire out.
Okay. Okay, so the smoke is getting very thick now and starting to become quite cloying. So you can get to the library. Phomos, you know the library. You have been in here. You spent the last 2 days in this library.
Yep.
There are many books in here, and you look at it and you can see these books, this knowledge of the ages is aflame. It brings a tear to your eye.
Is there, in the moment, is there anything I think that I've seen in there over the last couple of days that I feel like I should grab now and take a chance with?
Well, you've
So I'm
already
thinking,
already done what
scrolls.
you've already taken what you think should be valuable.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can go in there. There's a lot of you could try and get anything more, but you don't know what there will be.
I'm just thinking if I saw anywhere that had what looked like text/scrolls that could potentially be, you know, say they collect the knowledge, they don't use it, right? So I'm thinking
Yep.
if there's anything that looks relatively spellcaster scrolly that I could grab, I would probably gun a chance and go in and out and grab something if I can.
Okay, so you have been in here, so you have been advised which ones to take before. But there are many things here. The histories of worlds you've never even heard of. And you can go in there and take a handful. If you go in there, the whole building is on fire. You will probably take some damage if you're not careful.
Can I specifically, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll look for anything to do with rituals. If there's anything to do with ritual magic,
You won't be. You
I
have a
think
chance. The whole building's on fire.
no. Okay, in which case I won't bother.
I mean, you can just go in and take some random books, and hopefully they will. And the fire is now spread. Let's say spread to there.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
well I'll do that once then. I'll do it once just to grab what I can and see what
okay,
happens.
so make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. 22. Okay, so you dodge between the flames, and you take a handful of books. You still do, however, take some damage. Where's the roll? Here's the rolls. You still take 3 points of fire damage. That's after it's been halved.
Okay,
So you take 3 points of fire damage, and you have a handful of books which haven't yet been touched by the flames, although they are sooty.
Okay.
And you manage to get them out. You have no idea what they are. They're in a language you do not understand.
Okay.
Good. Phomos. Goat. Save as much knowledge as you can. Yasha in your mind again.
Oh, if only we could save more of it, but I think that's all we're going to be able to get now.
Shall I still put the fire out, or are we just going to call
Still
it a
try.
loss, or...
I would still direct you to try, because at the end of the day, there may be, even if it's partial knowledge of something, it's better than none at all. So yeah, save
Sure.
what you can.
Okay, well, I mean, I've got tidal waves and cones of cold and all sorts of other non-fiery things at my disposal. I don't think there'll be much left of the building or its contents afterwards, but the fire will be out.
It's better than nothing. It's better than leaving it to burn. That's
Okay.
guaranteed.
Alright, well, I shall do that then.
you going to do?
So I've got.
I'd probably say Cone of Cold, right? Like,
Yeah, I've got.
Cone of Cold, the base of the fire.
I can do Cone of Cold twice and 4 tidal waves. So between all of that, that should be plenty of water and cold to put out some fire.
Okay, you going to do that?
Sure.
Okay, so between that, the fire in the library gets put out. There's still, the walls are still ablaze, but the books, sodden, frozen popsicles now, are some of them may be salvageable.
Well, it's better than none, I suppose. If I think that what's left of the library building is sufficiently wet so that the fire won't spread back to it again, I'll call that good. But if it needs a bit more tendering around the edges to make sure it doesn't reignite again, I'll do that before I call it a day. Okay,
so I'll let you use your cantrips to do that, and you realise that you have sodden this area. The dragon fire burns very hot. There's been a lot of damage in place. The books are blackened, scorched, but there may be something salvageable from some of them.
Cool, good enough.
While he's doing that, can the rest of us run around and check some bodies just for anything that might be of use?
Okay.
I would like to go over to that knight and get that sword that he was swinging around for about the dragon.
They disintegrated last time we ran into the Githyanki Knight, so I suspect the same thing might have happened.
Okay.
Let's see if it's all...
So, Dak, you go through this place. The rest of you going through the Githyanki sword. The warriors have two-handed swords, which are silvered swords, possibly worth a fell penny. The knight himself, his sword has disappeared. But the others have got two-handed swords, which you could probably sell for a reasonable amount of money. So you could probably find about, if you want to search around, you can find 15 two-handed swords.
Damn.
Which are silvered. Probably sell them for about, to the right person, if you knew the right person, you could probably sell them for 50 gold pieces each. But they are heavy.
Well, after I guess you could put portable hole. We have a portable hole. We could put them in there.
You have a portable hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
That also turns it into a really good Vietnamese trick there. If we get
So-
another fight.
So Dak, you run around trying to find books and things in this this space. You are a water elemental. You pick them up and then they just go very sloshy in your hands.
Well, I think if Fomos is still about, I'll just try and clear the flames and Fomos can do the
Okay. So between them, you find, and we'll roll this at a later date. You find, where's my number? 3 spell scrolls.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. And I'll tell you what they are another date when I work out what they are.
Cool.
So
I'll just put in my inventory for now 3 spell scrolls,
Yep.
question mark.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we are now in the. I think we've got the wrong music now. So what we have, we are now in Enclave. The place is afire, and there is you all feel ill at ease. Something is not right. You feel the pull of the ritual. Brother Ahab goes, "We need to get back to the divine being."
If I may, can I just go check what's left of Sabat and the band?
Okay, they've been incinerated and destroyed by the dragon. Between them, if you watch to look, you can find 20 gold pieces and assorted coins. Sabat Noir has a component pouch with various components in, mundane components you would use for casting spells.
Damn shame, but alas, I'll leave that on their corpses.
You do wonder
ashes.
whether they may have been safer staying where they were.
Well, I also wonder why they didn't listen to my instructions to get inside the bubble, but hey-ho, battle's a complicated thing.
Yep. Brother Ahab calls you. We need to go back to the divine being.
Agreed. Let's go.
And let's just change that to this. And the Om sound is altered. It is still there, but it is strained. And you just feel, as you walk around the ruins and the fires of Enclave, you feel ill at ease. There is smoke everywhere, getting in your eyes. You feel like you're being surveilled. But you get back in the bubble, yep?
Yeah.
Okay. And you go back to the divine being. Let me take it all from here. And go back to the ritual. And you get into this space. And you can see the divine being is visibly weakening. He is panting. You can see a blood speckled out of his mouth. The advisors, they're standing there behind them. Have you dealt with the incursion?
For now.
My acolytes struggle. Those who are alive, I feel them. Many are killed. There is something else here. I feel the presence of the goddess Shah. She has a hand here. We must get on with this ritual. Can I pass this back to you, Stone Man?
Yeah, Asakar will hold out his hand to take the book.
Again, with the names, Shah, do I recognise that?
You make a Arcana roll for me, please.
So
Could
21.
I potentially roll on that as well with an Arcana?
You can. You would be easy for you, but still very hard. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
25.
So Phomos, you have heard the name of Shah. Shah is basically a goddess of the dark weave, who has been a long-time opponent and challenge to Mistra. And it would make sense to you. This is a pantheon which you've read about in your books. This is a pantheon which is not present on Exandria, but in other worlds, in the prime material plane. And you know the cosmic game is more than just pawns, which you are, but there are other pieces on the board which are a lot more powerful. And Shah is a evil goddess. Dark weave associated with, more often than not, death and undeath.
Okay, I will relay what I know to the rest. Fill in the gaps.
And Azakar, that fills you with a disquiet as well.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great at all. He hisses at the name.
So you have to carry on running the ritual.
Yep.
The divine being goes back.
On the other screen, by the way.
Oh, which screen are you on?
I'm
Still
on
in the
combat
bubble.
Screen.
Sorry, should have put you in here. Beg your pardon. There we go. And the divine beings handed over the book to Azakar, and to continue the ritual. And you start concentrating on this again. Divine being sits cross-legged on the floor. The advisor, who has disappeared somewhere, there we go, is behind him offering support. Brother Ahab is there, and the High Inquisitor is also there offering support. Can you complete the ritual? I don't know how much the divine being can hang on, says the High Inquisitor.
Certainly try.
In a corner, you see there is a chest, the chest that you saw in the other space, with the blood in it. And the chest is open, and inside there's multiple vials, and you can see the threshold crests are with the chest as well. So continue the ceremony.
So just that chest in the corner with the blood and stuff, is there anything in there that we're meant to be using for this ceremony? Just checking.
That will be used when the time is right.
Right, okay. I mean,
We need you to complete the alignment of the schools.
The only thing I can think of at this time is to look at those 3 scrolls I picked up and see if any of them are any use. But
I mean, it's certainly worth a go while we're fumbling around. But
that's what I mean. Yeah, I would probably take a closer look at those.
From DM's point of view, he's already made it clear he doesn't know what they are.
There are 3 scrolls in there. There is a scroll of locate object. There is a scroll of legend lore. If you look at this, and there is a scroll of Tensor's floating disc.
Hey, I'll take all 3 of those if no one else wants.
Is that to put into your book, isn't it? I guess you have to make...
From what you think, this has come from the library. You probably should be the custodian of these.
No.
once we're out of here, if we have no need for them, then I will let you use them to put into the book. But for now, I will keep hold of them. And unfortunately, none of these are powerful enough to fill in any of the gaps we currently have.
Is it possible, while I'm carrying out this ritual and concentrating, to also kind of feel around, see if I can feel Mister in any way, or if she offers any guidance or anything like that?
So, what level are you?
18.
Roll percentile dice.
Okie dokie.
You don't feel her there. You can do that once a day. It's called divine intervention.
Okie dokie.
The only other thing I can think of is, and this is a stretch from my side, so one of the 4 spells we haven't done is transmutation, right?
So
that
far, we are missing abjuration, conjuration, divination, and necromancy.
Oh, you've already done transmutation. That's a shame.
Dak did transmutation already.
Yeah, then in which case I don't think I have anything else that can help you here.
Do you reckon we could do simple maths and do a 5th and a 4th, and that counts as a 9th?
And the divine being just shrugs. I do not know. You are the people running this ritual.
Are we?
That was a mistake.
Okay, so if we try that, we could try it with necromancy. I've got plenty of 5th level necromancies. I would just need someone to imbue.
You know that won't work. The the unless you have options for getting other people to cast level 9 spells, these will have to come from you. And there is what you can do, of course, is you can spend the rest of the day doing the ritual, then have a long rest, but Azakar has to stay doing the ritual.
Yeah.
Which will start to get hard. And you can already see that this has damaged the divine being. He looks exhausted.
But if this is going to take longer than 8 hours, JC wants to curl up in a corner of a nap because he needs something.
I'm thinking if it's going to take if we can't put anything else in ourselves for this day, then I do think if there's time for someone to plane a shift and get people here, that may be a better use of our time, because we've got 4 here, and there's 3 ready to go tomorrow.
Thing is it's not quite that simple, because we've got to plane a shift to somewhere else, find someone, convince them to come back, plane a shift back, and then teleport to here.
Yeah.
And also, without the Dust of Stabilization or the Chaos Stone, which is being used in the ritual, the chances of them getting here safely are pretty small.
Yeah.
Dust of Stabilization, I don't think is being used in the ritual. It was
No,
just the Chaos Stone.
but you haven't been given any more.
So it's all been used, is what you're saying, sorry.
The stuff that you've been given has been used, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if we have to do this ourselves, I can potentially help somewhat with exhaustion on Azakar, but it's all dependent on whether this is far beyond regular exhaustion, whether that will be effective or not. I got no way of knowing. So so Azakar, this is quite hard work doing this.
Yep.
It feels like you're doing it's time when you're on the prime material plane, you're starting to feel tired, as if you were doing a fast march.
That doesn't seem ideal.
And you're concentrating. You're doing the Om chant now. Do you want Oms back on again? Yeah, let's have Oms back on again, shall we? Let's have Oms back on. So you're doing the Om chant, and you feel that the barrier strengthen around Enclave. But there are every once in a while you feel it being challenged again.
So I feel like we probably need some help.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of a grab some help, come back, you guys take a rest, and then with any luck, between you having then rested plus the extra help you get, that covers 4? Is that something we could attempt to do?
Yes.
And is there anything we can do to take advantage of the fact I don't need to sleep, so I can do other things to help?
I mean, Phobos, if you don't need to eat or sleep, I don't know, taking some of the burden off Azakar. I don't know how this works. You might be able to split between the two of you.
Azakar, you think probably you would actually have to be somebody affiliated to Mistra to be able to do this. The divine being has taken this burden for a short period of time, but already looks very hurt by that.
Then can I, at least in the interim, help with the barrier? Is that something I can help with?
And divine being goes, well, if you could add to the chant, that may well help.
I will proceed to do that then, I guess, because there's nothing else I can do at the moment, so I will find a quiet seat and I will start omming away.
Okay.
I think the best you could do is just keep your eye on Azakar. If he starts falling asleep, slap him in the face. Or,
Okay.
whatever you might need to do to help him out.
So you keep
Yeah,
going
Well,
with the
so you-
ritual, and the rest of you are milling around. JC, you can have a short rest if you wish over the next hour or so. Do you have any plans from now? So you get your hit points back from doing that. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, I'll just do my hit dice because I'm really quite low.
Yep. But you
That's
know
right, yeah.
that the heal spell didn't work on you when you were up at the Enclave on the surface.
Yeah, would the hit dice work down here though?
Yes, they are working.
Right, okay, cool.
Yep. So time comes. The assault on the building becomes on the Enclave becomes slightly less, but it doesn't stop completely. An hour comes and goes. An acolyte comes in and brings supply of food, which is fed to all of you. After 8 hours, you can see that Azakar is starting to get tired. Azakar, you will need to make a concentration saving throw. Now the rest of you see him starting to get tired, starting to struggle a little bit.
I think a use of greater restoration would be quite useful here to preemptively get it.
Yeah,
back
so I
up.
was just thinking that's worth a crack. No, that's the wrong spell. Where's it gone? There it is.
So you can all have a short rest, by the way. Apart from Azakar, can't have a short rest.
Yep, got plenty of diamond dust. Right, cool. I'm going to get as close to Az as I reasonably can.
Yeah.
I need to be within touch of him, so probably better off to go around this side.
Yep.
And then we'll try for a greater restoration and see if that has any effect whatsoever.
And it does. Azakar, you feel revitalized when he sprinkles diamond dust on you.
Excellent. Am I still making my Constitution saving throw?
You don't need to do that now.
Wonderful. Much appreciated.
Just give me. I will just say to Az, just let me know if you're starting to feel like that again, and I can do it again.
Azakar nods.
Okay. And you all can, unless you've got any other plans, like that, you can you I mean, you can just sit here and wait, and you can have a long rest in this space if you wish. But that will mean another saving throw for Azakar to make.
So we spoke about this yesterday, and we listed a few names, but we don't really know that many people as powerful as we are. The only ones we could really get out were Horace may be able to do it because he seemed quite powerful. Allura of tal'dorei seemed quite powerful, but she doesn't like us, so I don't see why she would go out of her way to do it. And of course we've got various patrons and gods,
And Strickland.
none
just
of who
to
I
check,
think would be keen.
the one who doesn't like you, just expand on that.
So Lady Allura of tal'dorei is a very powerful wizard as well, but we have been directly involved in a political group directly opposed to their rule. So
I guess you would expand on this. I'm assuming is this the Raven Queen, just for my context? Is that who we're on about?
no, she's just a regular mortal but very powerful.
Yeah, one of our old group, Baz, kind of started a movement that was maybe sort of not cool.
Not cool.
It all got a bit political, and we did one pretty much just to get out.
Started an insurrection in Emon.
Goose stepping, I think, is a kind of term.
Yeah, it was pretty close to that.
I was going to say a silvered tongue and some money may help, but I mean, she doesn't know me. But again, it's a question of how do we get these people back?
Yeah, it's going to be to ask anyone to come and do this is a big ask when we haven't really got the time or even the understanding ourselves to properly explain what it is we're asking them to do. Anyone that's powerful enough to do that will have enough wherewithal to go, I don't trust this, I don't trust you, I don't know what's going on, I ain't doing it.
You want to bring Witch God back? I've never heard of them.
So I think getting anyone exterior to this situation to help is going to be extremely difficult.
I mean, Horace is probably the best bet
That's
we have.
possible,
Because
yeah.
Horace directly got Azakar back, so it seems to imply that he's got some interest in this. But
Exactly.
I don't know if he's going to be powerful enough to actually do anything to help. Although that said, he does have funky time powers, so maybe we can work with that somehow.
True.
I think that sounds like the best bet out of the people you've listed.
Okay.
So between the two of us then, I can get us plane shift once, and then you can plane shift us back. Problem is, plane shift doesn't necessarily dictate where you go back.
Yeah. So we're going to be probably looking at 2 plane shifts and 2 teleports to get us exactly where we need to be and exactly back to where we need to be.
We wouldn't be able to do 2 teleports because it's a 7th level spell. Oh, yeah. Actually, I've still got my 8th. So in theory, so the only thing I'm saying is you can specify a target destination in general terms, such as the city of Brass in the Elemental Plane. So would Lewin know if he cast it and targeted the temple where Horus is in, he'd be able to get roughly there?
He'd probably get close to it in the desert somewhere.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be directly on target, no. And you also know that you wouldn't be able to get back because you wouldn't have the tuning forks for Limbo.
Yeah.
Because those were the Chaos Stones. And they're being used in the ritual.
The only other idea I have is we somehow manage to support Asgard enough to get our spell slots back to continue doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I can Greater Restoration twice more before I need a long rest.
Vamos, your patron seems very powerful. Any way you reckon that you've not told me anything about your patron, that your patron could support us in some way?
What? So, before I even ask her, what? We've got 4 left to go. Which ones can you do in theory once you've rested?
All of them.
All 4?
Yes, between Dak and I, we can do all 4 of them, but we would require 2 long rests to do it.
That's what I'm asking. So, which of the 2 more problematic?
I mean, in theory, it doesn't really matter.
No.
We can both do all 4. So it's just a case of none of them are more problematic. They're all evenly an issue.
So I suppose whatever is the easiest for Phomos then.
Yeah, he's basically going to
like-
just sit in his own head for a little bit and try and commune with her and see if there's any guidance as to what he could do.
It's like necromancy, only I can do, because I don't think druids have necromantic spells. Although I think blight is.
I mean, I
Yeah,
have a
there's
lot
a
of
few,
necromancy
but-
spells. I just can't upcast to 9th. That's my problem. I can do necromancy.
The other thing, of course, we could do is try my hypothesis of if we cast a 4th and a 5th.
Doesn't work.
Are we
Yeah,
sure?
majority.
Have we tried it?
No, but
Well, I mean,
we
DM did say it won't work.
yeah, we
You know
we've
it
been
won't
given
work.
the kindness of knowing that
You know it
it's
won't
not
work. It's not a arithmetic progression. It's more exponential.
What about a 7th and an 8th?
I mean,
Nope.
Okay,
If
so
you change Spell Thief, I'm only limited up to level 3 because I could have done a level 9th if I killed.
well, let's.
Really wish
I
I
think
had
we have-
Single
stupid question, Dak. Stupid question. Do you still have that spell jar?
The what?
Didn't you have a spell jar or something you could store a spell in at one point? Or am I thinking of something completely different?
We had way back when a diamond that you could do that with, but that got destroyed or traded away long
Okay,
ago.
that's fine. Never mind. Okay.
So what you really need here is a magical brick.
Yes, that's exactly what we need.
Whoa! We want to save the universe, not destroy it.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, then Fonos will just sort of glaze over a little bit, and he'll be trying to commune, see if there's anything within his repertoire he can do, like with Yasha, like upcasting spells, other opportunities.
Okay. I will talk to you after the session about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Lewin and Dak, if you are hopping around different planes and things like that,
We can't.
I think we've determined that we can't.
We don't have the Chaos Stone, and therefore we wouldn't be able to get back.
oh,
We are on our own.
what do you mean by Chaos Stone?
Chaos stones. You have them for the ritual.
Yes.
And we were originally using them as tuning forks to get here.
Um,
Well, not here specifically, but onto this plane.
and you couldn't get another tuning fork? If you could, would it be easier rather than finding somebody who can cast spells? Is there somewhere you can buy some scrolls? Would that be easier?
Trying to find
Gilmore's
somewhere which has
A.
9th level spell scrolls is going to be harder than
Yeah.
asking someone else to help.
Fair enough.
Even if somewhere like Gilmore's had one, it would be fantastically expensive.
Can I
Take
make a
it down.
suggestion? Can I just a suggestion over here?
Hmm?
Given the circumstances, it doesn't exactly need to be legal. Why not just get JC to steal the scrolls? Not from anyone that we like, but you know.
Me?
I'm not sure that makes it okay.
What you're implying?
Well, we still need to know where one is. Before
Yeah,
that's
I'm
even a
gonna
consideration.
reiterate: a 9th level spell scroll is gonna be rarer than most magic items. It would quite literally take me nearly a year to scribe it myself.
Okay, so as a fallback plan, in terms of supporting Az, who is able to Great Restoration? Is it just me and Az?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
I am asking quite a lot of favours at the moment. I think that's going to be difficult for me to get as well.
Sure.
Do you reckon we
Well-
could sacrifice JC and Ritual and use that as a 9th level equivalent?
I mean-
gonna go back to airplane mode.
I don't know what the exchange rate is on cat souls for spells, but
He's got 9 of them. It must be pretty good.
I mean that's very true.
He hasn't got many left.
Okay, so I can Great Restoration twice before I can't do it anymore. So that has to last between now and whenever we start a long rest to the conclusion of a long rest. So unless
So it's
Every
early
4
afternoon.
hours.
It's early afternoon at the moment if there's a sun in the sky.
yeah, at minimum it would have to be Az could manage 4 hours without needing one, and it's not even nighttime yet.
Times like this, I wish I wasn't a wizard, because then I could just sit back and watch you guys struggle. It's really, I have no good ideas in this. All of my best ideas I said yesterday, and unfortunately they've come up short.
Hmm.
So what I suggest we do then, it's you guys are discussing what you wish to do, and I'll give you till next week to come up with a plan,
We've already
A
had one.
better plan.
a better plan. You do still feel the assault on the walls of the shields and protection dome of Enclave, which has been fortified by this ritual, but many of the acolytes are lying dead now. but there is a sense of ill ease at the moment. And knowing Azakar, knowing that Shah is involved, is filling you with dread.
Oh dear.
Taking all bets that this is all a big trap, and actually we're not bringing Mistra back, but in fact it's all for Shah.
Oh yeah, like that's at least a 50-50 possibility at the moment.
I'm never trusting
Don't
anyone
give
again.
the DM ideas. Shush.
I mean, after I tried to save a young girl that almost got murdered by the bloody Revenant, you know, trust is at an all-time low.
So Az knows what he's doing. He wouldn't let you down.
Yeah, that's very reassuring, thank you.
You're perfectly safe. Unless it requires a knock spell, and then I'm fucked.
Or identify.
Fortunately, you had a JC who just managed to open the book anyway. Who needs magic when you've got cat's paws?
Oh dear.
Cool. Okay, well, shall we stop here for this week? Because it is 10 to 11. Exactly. Well, I'm surprised it's so late. But shall we stop here and you have a think about what you wish to do? So
I don't know if a week's going to make any help for me.
So the options here are you can either try and go and get reinforcements,
Which we can't do. We don't think.
or you just have to hold on and do the level 9 spell slots yourself, or you have to find spell slots from find somebody else who can give them to you, which you cannot see where that would be.
Okay.
We could ask Chernobyl for help, but I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do that.
What else can Lewin give up?
There's always plenty to give up.
How many years of life have you got left?
I mean, strictly speaking, as a half-elf, I've already given half my lifespan away to one Fey being. I don't really want to do it to another one.
Remember, if it's anything like Half-Lives, you'll never actually run out. You just keep getting smaller.
I'll give you half my remaining lifespan 17 times, therefore you get 1 year.
Does that mean I can see people's remaining lifespans and know their names?
At the cost of half your remaining life, yes.
Yeah, that's the reference I was going for.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'll stop here.
Go and find some strategy.
Go and find some strategy.
Have you met our party?
No, that's the problem.
DM, did you want me after this session now? Or
Yeah.
not?
Yes. Briefly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem.
Okay,
Right.
Bye everyone.
All right.
See you all later.
Good night. Happy New Year, everybody. Take care.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
And I will stop recording if it works this week.